All right. Well, it's that time again. The time where Martian does the stuff.
If you make a wild deck, you can only use it in wild games.
Oh, you think so, huh? If you make a wild deck, you can only put it up your nose. Kinda crazy to me that there hasn't been a Pirate Warrior deck since this cosmetic came out. I don't know about Shiver Their Timbers. I don't know about Bloodsail Cultist either. I think we're going with like every single one cost pirate, apart from maybe Skipper. I don't know why. Why do I have this? It kind of tickles me that I downgraded this. I tend to downgrade everything I'm not 100% sure I'm going to use these days. Sharkfin fan even good? Hey, Alray. That's a pirate? That's funny. Okay, so we cut something duty, which I guess will be this. Like, look how many one costs we can run now. That's so funny. I did put the quest in, didn't I? It's in here somewhere. Surely. Yeah, there we are. Is this even good enough anymore? It was like a big reason to play it back in, like, it was like one of the big power plays. This got unnerved. So yeah, in order to run this as a 40 deck, we have to add that. We gotta cut something. Which might be this guy. I feel like this guy is a little bit duty. Martian plays Infinite Value Warrior, yeah. Hey, MD. And this is like this and this are obviously duty too, but like it's just there to be a one cost pirate. Cool. It's almost odd. It is almost odd, isn't it? We could cut this stuff and go Baku. Doesn't Warrior have some good draw cards now? They're all like armor based, right? It's Pirate Garrosh, right? Alright. That deck's just perfect. Already perfect. And suddenly, the other thing I was interested in today maybe is Reno Road. Menagerie ones too. I'm trying to decide how worth it that is. If you have just one pirate, it's 2 for draw 2. Isn't that good? And then, like, we have these amalgams. Patches is a demon. Is this a demon? No, that's just for fun. Yeah, we have 3 amalgams in here. 3 different types of amalgams. Maybe that's a good idea. What should I cut for it? This maybe? Was there another one? There's another good one, right? Like, that's plenty, probably. Attack to draw and gain armor pirate. No, I want to go for, like, binkiest possible pirates. If you want to draw 3 different types, yeah, okay, yeah. I don't really want that, but... like, this is minimum 2 for draw 2, right? And it can be more. So, I think that's a good idea. Alright, so Reno Rogue. How are we building that? Like, I want to build it like a pile. So, how do we make this a pile? It just doesn't really work as a pile, does it? Mixer starships. See, that's like good synergy. I was hoping to make like a pile, but you know, I don't know that I can. I haven't played with this in a while. Kind of want to. Crafted a gold for Knowles, though. Burgle, of course. We could burgle. We could do that. I missed this card. This card was sick. Yeah. Like, so, like, this would be a pile candidate. This would be a pile candidate. But, like, all of them are just slightly too, you know, too expensive at this point. So maybe we can't quite do that. So if we were going to make a Reno Burgle Rogue, I don't know. Maybe I'll just try that Hook Tusk Rogue that Schmoopy was suggesting. Yeah, I mean, we would run Flick in a pile rogue. We would do that. So this is Copper's Control Rogue, which is very interesting. I haven't seen anyone play it, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to do other than something. Anyways, I'll just play this. Rogue Starship also has Burgle synergy.
You're inviting me? I promise to be on my best behavior.
You're inviting me. I promise to eat spaghetti.
This is a dangerous trade, unless you are me.
Okay. Let's go. What if there's no spaghetti? There's always spaghetti. You just have to know how to find it. Here we go. It's a pirate's life for somebody.
Versus Anduin.
Must be me.
The light shall bring victory.
Wow. It's nice that these are one-cost pirates, but they're like some of our worst one-cost pirates. So we go and try to do better. Ah ha ha. Hey Devere. Would be a Benedictus for warrior be good? Would a Benedictus for warrior be good? Do you mean like Archbishop Benedictus? Probably. Well, what would be the restriction for that? Guess I did this in the wrong order. If this gets Parachute Brigand, I'm the worst player alive. It wasn't. I'm the best. I'm the best after all. I was playing a terrible Starship Rogue in Standard, and people kept conceding to you. Interesting. Hey, Tunkar. Hey, Martian. I've recently made the terrible decision to start collecting illustration arts for Pokemon. Please advise. Get them while they're semi-new? If you get them while they're, like, new but not brand new, they're gonna be the cheapest they'll ever be, I guess. Is that advice? I don't know. That's not Hook Tusk, but we got Crag. That's dope. It is pretty dope, isn't it? Look how dope it is. Man, if only I could find high quality graphic tees for a reasonable price, maybe with Marshy code. Yeah, if only. The pirate that gave you armor and Drew wasn't bad either. Did it offer me that? My opponent is playing Automaton Priest. Well, I guess I'm gonna trade this to activate my cheaper weapon. Then maybe we'll play these two? Yeah. Where are the shots going? Cool. Born to play. Born to fly? Does it say born to fly? I bet it's born to fly. So buy them all. Gotcha. Yep, that's exactly it. Happy New Year, Valord. Remember when Ankar had 3 charges? I do. That's another one that could revert. Make it happen, Captain. He fat nothing. He says bombs away? Really? I thought it was born to something. But yeah, I guess he could be saying bombs away. That makes sense, doesn't it? Well, I don't like the part where my opponent isn't letting me win. I guess they kind of are, as long as they keep it up till next turn. I'm debating whether to swing or not, because like this has charge if I don't. If we get Crag. That's not Crag. It's not Crag at all. That's not Crag even a little. Almost legal. Almost. Martian, I love pirates. Can you yar at the start of the pirate vid? I don't know. Hard to say. Yar! I can do it now. Not all my stuff. How dare you? Hey, I like that one. Look, it's more tougher now. It has the +1 attack. So when it dies, it'll come back stronger. It's perfect synergy. See, if you added Baku, you would be at 4 armor right now. That's true. I would be. I would be. My opponent have like a Sun Fury? Oh, I was gonna say, do they have some kind of taunting action over there? Should I be afraid of this? I think my health total is high enough that I shouldn't feel too threatened, right? Juggernaut is under my command. This is charge in a second. I won't worry about it. Shuffle it with Wind Fury too. That's a good idea. This deck hard runs amalgams. Do you remember old Pirate Warrior? Old Questline Pirate Warrior? It played every single 1-cost pirate, and I am continuing that tradition. Everything except Skipper. So, here we have everything except Skipper Pirate Warrior. Who would you rather fight? Prime Pirate Warrior or Prime Pirate Rogue? Prime Pirate Warrior is an easier win. Prime Pirate Rogue is a more interesting deck. Alright, started off with a winner. Started off with an amazing outcome. How did I get a bunch of pluses on? Oh, I got a weapon. Okay, okay. I had a bit of the stupid for a second. So yeah. I'll do this. I'll do this. The more cheap pirates, the better, yeah. Do you think Cataclysm could ever be reverted without making a discard or Mecha'thun Warlock too powerful? I don't know that it makes Mecha'thun Warlock too powerful, but to make discard Warlock not too powerful with it, all you have to do is make Cataclysm cost more. Because, like, especially at the time, the problem, like, you want to use Expired Merchant to discard Hand of Gul'dan and or Soul Barrage, right? And what? And these are not good weapons I'm getting. That's so funny. What was I talking about? I was talking about something. Oh, so Expired Merchant hits your highest cost spell, which was one of the big things with Discard Warlock. So a lot of lists started to cut Hand of Gul'dan, but they still want to hit Soul Barrage with Expired Merchant. So if Cataclysm costs 6, it becomes so much worse in the deck. Just because you have to play the like, if you draw Cataclysm, you can't hit your Soul Barrage with your Expired Merchant. Save mate in case you get Curse Blade. That's certainly an idea. It is certainly an idea. This doesn't make taunts, does it? This looks bad. It would never look bad for me. It actually does kind of look bad. This little thing is covering up my my attack counter, so I have to do the math myself. 8, 11, 14. So we're 4 off, and they have 29, which is a lot. If I traded with these two, they would have 23. So I would need to trade with more, and that's not happening, right? No, I'm not going to get. I think we lose. Random weapons are kind of letting you down. They sure are. Can't you drag it around? Yeah, I'd have to like do something with it. I don't know. I keep putting it off. Is that why they made Tome Tampering 6? Never thought about that? Yeah. Trodsy. Hi, Trodsy. It's me. Martian's spool. Do I keep the ship's cannon? Not sure. I'm gonna do it. I feel like ship's cannon is much more of a going second type of card. Not really a going first type of card. Excuse me. Yo ho, Questline pirates for me. Ooh. Alright. Alright. Anyone remember this deck? Does anyone who played in Stormwind still play? Oh my goodness, it's a quest off. Alright, Questline Pirate Warrior versus Warlock Spaghetti Quest. Tap. All you need to do is tap. You leave that ship's cannon alone. That's my most favorite ship's cannon. It's a nice ship's cannon, right? You tap. Why does the plot Warlock run 30 health while the aggro Warrior is playing Renethal? That's funny. Hey, you're supposed to get drawn with the quest. How dare you? Ship's cannon, can you? Thank you. My goodness. I'll miss you all when you get defiled. You had to wait one turn, Ankar. So rude. Drew patches unlucky, it's true. Different kind of patches. Wow. Rolling smites from the Juggernaut is nuts. It is nuts. I didn't play in Stormwind, but I think this was still popular in Alterac Valley. It's true. I played mid-range Pirate Warrior in Stormwind for a little when the mini set came out. Well, there you go. There you go. What's in the box, chat? Is it in fact pirate stuff? Is it? I guess at this stage I'd rather have bigger things, right? I do still have to play 3 more. Is Freebooter the best one? Probably Freebooter. Take it all back. Let's buckle schwash, chat. Remember when this was a 2-2? Remember this thing? They buffed this to be a 2-2. You would pick the one that leaves me with the highest chance of winning? Alright, that was helpful. Now I know. Hey, Renethal. What up, buddy? This is kind of funny, right? Like, yeah, none of that for you. Excuse me. I have a date with your face. Let me drag a thing. Get out of my way, Rokara. Don't you dirty rat my Rokara. Come on. Actually, that'd be fine, right? What I don't want them to do is Reno, I guess. Like, what are they gonna do here other than lose to me? All's well that sun wells. I see. Well, here's this. The Juggernaut is under my command. Let the infinite value commence. Is Roaring Applause actually good? Well, if I have a pirate out, it's 2 mana, draw 2. Do you think 2 mana, draw 2 is not good? If I have a pirate and an amalgam, or a pirate and a patches, it's 2 mana, draw 3. So I think its baseline power level is pretty strong. And potential to be quite good. Oh my goodness, Cursed Blade just for me? Just for me, chat? That's so great. You love to see it. I'm pretty sure random weapons are, like, the best. There's no smite in this deck, it's true. It's true. Can you believe smite still costs 7? I see. Well, that's dead now. Hey, Silthraza! Oh. I could put in smite over... I have, like, this thing, right? Where is it? This is pretty bad, right? 2 for 4/1, discover a pirate. Have I gotten a good weapon yet? This is a good one. Hey, Abby. What's my favorite destroy hero effect? I like Mechthune, but I'm biased because I used it to hit legend this season. Definitely Uther. Definitely Uther would be my favorite. Goodbye, mistake. It's a mistake to target mistake. Wow. Rude. Wait, that's actually so rude, chat. Well, this is the second Rivendare. Like, we just placed an Amalgam Priest that had this. Why is everyone running this today? That's so funny. I should run this more. If this is the hot card right now, I should be playing it. Rivendare Sunday, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Nice. Soon. Seemed good. Does Bug Maxima launching Cthulhu count as a hero destroying effect? No. But it's pretty funny. Now they just need Countess Ashmore. Real. I have a question. In which rank do you play your Chumbo decks usually? Well, right now I'm playing them in Diamond 5. And sometimes I play them in top 500, sometimes I play them in top 2000. It just depends on how quickly I get to Legends, how chumby my decks are. You know how it is. Is my opponent about to lose? Oh, good. Hey, Craig. How you doing? Also, it was fine, right? 1, 2, 3. We were like, what weapon could we have gotten? Like, it would have had to be like Bladed Gauntlet. All right, we'll put in Smite. Wasn't Pirate Quest Warrior a tier 1 deck for a long time? It was. How does that make you feel? Pound it, Jammy. Pound it, Jammy. Who's the patches of the Pokemon world? So there isn't really a patches in paper Pokemon, or PP for short. But every once in a while there's like a format staple, like what's it right now? Right now it's like Pheasantipity EX. It just like every deck will run it because that's where it's at. Should I keep this Hosen? Probably. But it doesn't really have like beyond just being like in a lot of stuff. There's not a lot of synergy with there's not a lot to compare patches to something like a support Pokemon that ends up in pretty much every deck. Because like there's so much tutoring and stuff that free value is different. I don't know how to describe that better. But words. Is Nelly reverted? I think so. So like for me, patches is less about how ubiquitous it is and more about it being value for no cost, right? It doesn't cost you a mana, it doesn't cost you a card in hand. And I don't think there's a Pokemon card like that ever, you know? Schmoopy Daddy coming in with the 43 months. How you doing, Schmoopy? In PP, utility cards are all neutral, so is there a ubiquitous utility card? Yeah, the Pheasantipity is the current one that's in everything. Radiant Greninja is pretty close. Historically, there's like Tapu Lele and Neogenesis Cleffa. This just drew 4 cards. I think it's pretty good. Like Shaman EX, Sandstorm Dunsparce. You know, there's been a lot of stuff like that that's like just in every deck for its time. So there's no deck where they're like LMAO, they drew Jigglypuff or something like that. Okay, so that happened. Okay, that type of thing absolutely happens, like all the time. It is not at all limited to a specific card. So like Tapu Lele or Lumineon V, those cards want you to play them from hand. They are not good if you play them. They're not good if you like just get them onto the field. You have to play them from hand. Like they have abilities that search your deck for a supporter when you play them. So if you just start with them on the field, they're not good. Or if you use an effect that puts them directly on the field, they're not good. And so in Pokemon, you'll put out your basics at the beginning of the game. You like look at your hand of 7, and if you have a basic, you have to keep those 7 cards. And then you choose one of your basics and put it as your active. So sometimes when sometimes when you draw your opening hand, the only basic you have is something like Lumineon or Tapu Lele that is only good when you play it from hand. So you're starting with something you never want to have out on the field, and it's a huge liability, right? Like they're worth 2 prizes. So now you have this like thing out that like, did I have an opportunity to steal their thing? I didn't, right? I don't know, but that's funny. I can play Rokara this turn. I guess I'll do that, right? I'm scared. How dead am I, by the way? 16, 17, 22? Not necessarily dead. So yeah, like where you can draw patches, like have that same like loss and win rate just because you started with something that's going to take up a bench slot, not be useful at all, and give your opponent the opportunity to take 2 easy prizes. That happens in Pokemon all the time. You cannot quit streaming ever because then I'd have to think about where my prime goes. You cannot do that to me. All right, Shmoopy, I won't do it to you. I appreciate that, friend. What's my take on sparkling water? I'm warming up to it. I didn't used to like it. But my wife's mom's side of the family, they're all into it. So.
Stay in the shadows.
Now you're sailing on my seas. If you can believe it. If you can believe it. And I know you can't. Chat. Is this the deck of all time? I want to draw my Crag. I want to have a really cool Crag turn. That's my opinion. This card seems so amazing to me at the time. And I'm looking at it now and it seems mid, right? Crazy.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight.
Power creep. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? With there being no more wild Tempo Storm meta snapshots, will you stop doing wild meta videos? I only really did wild meta videos a couple of times, right? I didn't do it that often. I think the biggest, like... Do I play... Like, I want to play these two together, right? And I also want to save this for the potential, like, sword thing, right? So if I'm going to play this turn, I'm kind of tempted to trade both of these into here. Maybe we just who cares it with getting the buff on the adaptive amalgam. It's not like we're going to draw it again. And then we can make our value trades. Scamp can draw patches. It can. Don't do it. Rude. Rude. Okay. Someone's gotta lead the charge. Do we go for using all our mana? We do, right? Because they still have another charge anyway. Gross. 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 This goes well with Smite. Sure. My opponent leaves all this up. I'm just gonna hosing them into oblivion next turn. Am I a pumpkin spice enjoyer when the season rolls around? Like I don't tend to go for the lattes, but I do like it in like eggnog. So when there's pumpkin spice eggnog, that's really tasty to me. So I tend to do that. Kind of funny to me. I haven't played this yet. Okay, do this. And this. And that, and that. And then we win. Reno coming in with the raid. Thank you so much, my friend. How was your stream? Were you playing funny Hearthstone? Eggnog is delicious. Too true. Too true. It's the truest thing you've ever said. It's magically delicious. Craig? Posing? Could have played that. Oops. Chat, I made a boo-boo. I'm so sorry. I'll never forgive myself. That's nice. Put him to 1. Or does it kill him? It might kill him. Maybe they're just dead. Yay! Alright, now I need to go to my special marshy place to do that thing that I do. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Human noises? Yeah. Real. Amogus? Oh no. Not the Mogus. Now you're sailing on my seas. Chat. Chat. Not the guests. Anything but that. Pirate Warrior is so back. It is so back. It's as back as it's ever been. Opponent can cower in fear of our endless value. Should I play this? I guess I should, right? Get in our ping while we can.
My pain doesn't compare.
Not plague DK, chat. What am I gonna do about Plague DK? Tell you what I'm gonna do about it. I'm just gonna smack it in the face until it explodes. This is gonna draw me a roaring applause. Opponent is looking sus? Yes, indeed. How dare they have this name and not play Sus Demon Hunter? Is N'Zoth a pirate? It is now. It is now. Right? Like N'Zoth's first mate. How could it not? How could it not be a pirate? They should make a pirate N'Zoth skin. They should make a pirate N'Zoth skin. What are they doing over there? Excuse me. Is this what plastic 10 metal looks like? That's not that bad. It's Diamond 5. Forgot they did the signature bundle. Yeah. Was it a signature bundle? I think this was a part of an event. I don't think I'd have bought this. You never know. Really depends on how much it would have cost. Do you have anything to spaghetti? Customs enforcer. I see. I know you're KJ'd out, but I like the idea of Jug plus infinite scaling monstrosities. That's pretty funny. I don't know that I'm KJ'd out. I could play more KJ decks as long as they were new, you know. That card will draw a Plague now. This one? Oh, it's draw a spell. I thought it was highest for some reason, but yeah, that's true. It's gonna draw a Plague now. Disaster. It was for $20? Crazy. What else came in it? It was the N'Zoth's first mate signature and what else? It's gonna be a pretty stupid amalgam. I guess Backstage Mouncer is pretty decent. Cheating? What did I get at Starbucks? This is a peppermint white mocha. Martian, even if you quit streaming tomorrow, you would still be one of my favorites as one of the few people who got my name right the first time. That's what's up. That's all I needed. I can finally quit streaming tomorrow. Goodbye. Wow. Owie. Well, I'm gonna play this. That's the right order, because this could be Parachute Brigand. It wasn't, but it could have been. Anyways. The Juggernaut is under my command. Sad Inoyo? N'Zoth and the Inoyo were together? Maybe I do remember getting that after all then. Huh. If that came out today, it would be a hard pass. I don't know what it would take, because like there was some stuff that I really liked in the like the Innervate I thought looked really good. A lot of the Rogue stuff I thought looked really good, but like I was never ever gonna never buy that. So that's my story about that. I'm gonna do this, I guess. And That was a good weapon, I think. I'll always be grateful to Marshy for getting my name right, reading my comments and going, okay, dude, every time. Got you, fam. It's pretty crazy they did old signatures for Nazos first mate and Anoyotron of all old cards. I don't know, they're pretty iconic. Pretty iconic. I guess the Anoyotron is a little random. But like, it looked like at first they were going to release the Nazos first mate for Twist. And I think if you're making Twist Wonders, you can kind of expect this card to see play. It didn't really, but like you can expect it to. I think. I wish my opponent would get out of my way. Look how much like damage I have to ruin. This is a disaster, chat. It's a disaster for me to have to waste all that damage on those taunts. Woe is me. Woe is me not getting to go all face. Bum, bum, burr, 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 burr. I feel like this deck is doing better than some of our other things that feel like they should have done better than this. At 19 minutes, alright, if we could like close to double that, be nice. Power Jello. Power Jello. Okay, do I ever... What if I like skip playing the Raid the Docks on one? What do you think? Who's in? Who's out? Thoughts? What if I just play this first? I'll play the quest first if we top deck patches. That's another thing I like about Renethal in this type of deck is you're less likely to draw patches. Look at that. Look at that, chat. Look how much less stuff we'd have out on turn 1 if we'd played this. Hey, Marshy, just got 12 wins. Arena with Shaman rewards 280 gold and Kill Jaden as legendary. Oh, nice. Grats. Grats. Alright, here's this. That's the classic turn 1. It is the classic turn 1, isn't it? You think we trash Librams? Alright. I'm in. I'm gonna trash talk these Librams. You're in for 1 drop on 1. It does seem good, doesn't it? It does seem like the right time to play a 1 drop. You're just giving the old Tempo King, chat. Tempo Kinging him down. Do I want to commit to playing Ankar next turn, or do I want to save this charge in case I want to play this next turn? I'll commit to playing the Ankar. I'm going to buy shirts and into the game. Thank you. Do you have any codes? I have... This codes. Just intotheam.com/chumbo. You get 10% off. And thank you for checking. I appreciate it. Here's this. Oh, Hosen. Where were you last turn, by the way, Bloodsail? By the way. What do you mean just like dragging face? This is like the worst version of a pirate deck. And, you know, we're just playing stuff, dragging face, and winning. You love to see it. Is N'Zoth canonically a pirate? Why would he need a first mate? I mean, we have to deduce that he is. There is no... Why didn't you trade the other way? You could have kept a minion. The only conclusion to draw is that, yes, he is in fact a pirate. That's the only conclusion I'd draw. Can I play 2 pirates this turn? Does not look like it. Well, if I play this and then get a pirate, yeah. Duh. So give me a pirate I can play. I can play that pirate. And then we just win this way. Sayonara, Libram Paladin. You guys have been complaining about the broken Libram Paladin, when really they just lose to based warrior. Based on pirates. See what I mean? Books are slow. Word. Wait, why amalgam? So the questline has historically been played with all of the cheapest pirates you can play. And all of these cheap amalgams count as pirates, and they came out after the quest was not good anymore. So it's like an update. Even more cheap pirates to power through the quest as fast as possible. In Serious, there tend to be metas in Wild that get too cute for their own good, and you can crush the meta by just punching people in the face as hard as you can. Real. Juggernaut is unstoppable. Learn from the X-Men movies. True. So this is Dragon Face Warrior? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Garrosh versus Uther. I mean, is this greedy? What if I like quest on 1, cannon on 2, then cannon 1 drop on 3? Do I win? Do I lose? Do I uninstall? That's not a 1-drop pirate. I do need a 1-drop pirate within the next 2 draws for this to be worth it. Keeping both cannons is greedy in your opinion? Well, your opinion is probably pretty good. But I don't know. I was excited to keep it. Ship's cannon should be a pirate. It plunders with the best of them. True. Cannon should be a mech. Agree. Well, that's a turn 1 play. Yay, 1-drop pirate. Alright, now don't hurt my cannon. Just let it be. I'm Pirate Warrior. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? Alright, you just hero power, attack face pass. That's all you gotta do. That's all you have to worry about doing. The golden cannon animation is pretty funny. It is, you know, like it's back when like they used to do something with them. Aww. Rude. Alright, one of these. Yeah, thank you. Is this hand buff paladin? What's going on over there? What's going on over there, chat? Come forth, Inkar, to me. It's like being Thor, chat. You can just call your weapon to you with the questline. Questline makes you feel like Thor. Right? How could you hate a questline that lets you feel like Thor? Mjolnir to me. Space Pirate is pretty funny. What type of thing is it? What is that? Is that an alligator? what's in the space? What kind of thing is that? What are you guys doing over there? What's going on? I guess I'm just playing. Oh, you know what? I should have played that second. Now if I draw bring ins, I don't get to play it. Unlucky. And by unlucky, I mean bad at video game. What would a 0 mana pirate look like? I think it would be a 1/1. That's what I think. It's turn 3 and opponent still has 38 life. Such a slow pirate deck. How dare you? How dare you? Wow. Well, hopefully we top deck a pirate. Then we can just Rokar it up. Don't do it. Judge unworthy. Interesting. I forgot that card existed. My opponent is playing Cards Paladin, if I've ever seen it. Did this card get played in Standard? Alright. Infinite value online. Let's go. Set sail! The Juggernaut is under my command. Rude. I think that's pretty rude. This questline gives me nostalgia from when people were experimenting with Bran and odd lists. True. Is there any way to remove the Juggernaut now? There is not, as it should be. The Juggernaut is under my potato. That's also true. That is also true. No, I don't want to adapt to Amalgam. Oh, I didn't. I got Amalgam of the Deep. That's better. All right. What do I want them not to have? So I could equality and then all their stuff would die. I just take the Crystology, don't I? Yeah, this is 2 cards. That's great. I think that's great, chat.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
Ooh.
My hand is too full.
I was gonna say draw Ceaseless if you saw it. Yeah, that'd be pretty good, huh? How dare you? Luckily, we have this thing is about to get cracked and ruin all that. You don't have to worry about them having massive tempo. I do have to worry about it. Also, do the shots happen first? Summon a pirate, equip a weapon, and fire 2 cannons. It should equip the weapon first, right? Based on that wording. Martian, not a Wilderness Reclamation fan. Yeah, that was a disaster of a deck. That deck is that deck was a format ruiner. I should have probably just played it, but like that deck was like they played Wilderness Reclamation on 4 and then they won, right? They had infinite mana after that. So I thought it was incredibly lame. Do I have to punch this? I guess. Fine. Fine. So what Wilderness Reclamation does in Magic is during your end step, you can untap all of your mana. All of your lands come untapped. So what people would do is they play Wilderness Reclamation on 4, and then they had like they have like 4 mana open to give you a counter spell or something, and then We're like just not in time, huh? Unlucky. So then they do that. So they like play to fairy on 3, which prevents you from countering their wilderness reclamation, because you then can't play any spells on your opponent's turn. Then on 4 they play wilderness reclamation and they counter whatever you're gonna do. And then on turn 5, during their end step, they tap all their mana. Wilderness Reclamation's trigger happens, untapping it, so they can tap it again. And so now they have enough mana to cast Nexus of Fate, which is an instant speed take an extra turn card that's balanced around costing 9. But the because Wilderness Reclamation allows you to just have way too much mana, you just get to do that. And the Nexus Reclamation, or the Nexus of Fate, shuffles itself into your deck afterwards. So like all they have to do is run 4 copies and keep hunting for them, and they take infinite turns from then on. It's exactly like Parrot Quest Mage. The experience is the exact same thing, except like you're legitimately, instead of you know, against Parrot Quest Mage, you're waiting like, you know, 4 maybe 5 turns. If your opponent's not deliberately wasting your time, you know, it's like 5 minutes maximum. You find out if you have to concede there. But you know, if you wanted to actually play out the Nexus of Fate matchup, then it's legitimately 15 minutes to find out if they whiff Nexus, and they almost never whiff Nexus. You know, like sometimes the Parrot would whiff, but like Nexus, it generally didn't happen, so they would generally find the Nexus of Fate. So that deck was a disaster. It was awful. It was a truly brutal deck. So I stopped, like, during that meta, I was playing Gruul mid-range, just because it's the one thing I could play that felt like it, you know, was fast enough to beat that wasn't just me playing mono red aggro, you know, like ugh. And then I just stopped playing Magic altogether, because like they should have banned Teferi and Wilderness Reclamation a lot faster than they did. They eventually did it, but it was like 6 months after I quit playing.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight. Pirates away!
Okay, what are we doing here? I think I'm doing this. And chilling. Was I a best of 1 gamer or a best of 3 gamer in Magic? Best of 3. Best of 3. I definitely prefer best of 3. I think if I'm playing best of 1, then like there's not, like, there's a little bit of appeal in Magic over Hearthstone, but like not that much. Which is why, like, so in Magic the Grand, we were just talking about how annoying the Nexus Reclamation deck was. TLDR, it was like Parrot Quest Mage, but 10 times worse. And I'm not even over exaggerating. It was brutal. It was a brutal experience. More consistent, happened faster in the game, and was much less likely to whiff. Like, Nexus Reclamation was just a disgusting deck. I hated it. So like I stopped playing Magic the Gathering Arena for years after like having been really into it, just because like I couldn't play against that deck anymore. And so one of the common things people would say to me is like, why don't you just play best of 1, because Nexus of Fate is banned in best of 1, and best of 1 is the time warp of that deck. Well, if I'm gonna play best of 1, then I'm playing Hearthstone, right? Like the what's cool about Magic is playing best of 3. So like, in my opinion, and I'm talking about like non-commander Magic, right? Because you don't play best of 3 when it comes to commander. At least I don't. But like commander Magic is different than like regular constructed Magic as far as like how it's played and the pace of it and all that. So yeah, I wasn't about to like quit playing best of 3 and go to best of 1. I just stopped playing Magic. Magic is just not very balanced around best of 1, so those decks get even more annoying. I just like once I start sideboard, like having the sideboards and all that, for me it just gets less interesting to be playing without the sideboard, you know? Like it's hard to go back. I'm so close to dead, chat. 1v1 commanders, best of 3. Are you serious? Are you out there drawing the damage you need to win? I won't never forgive you. If a kiss from you was the only thing that could save your life, would you kiss me? Depends on the context. But maybe. Been gone a bit, but got to give the prime to the Martian man. Is Pocket taking a backseat these days? Good chatter. Thank you so much for the 15 months, my friend. Yeah, I would have had to get a little lucky with Pocket channels is the short answer to that. But yeah, thank you so much for the 15 months. I really appreciate it. Eternal Coil. Do I keep this mistake to know that I have a 1 cost? I don't think so. I think we try to find the good 1 costs. I see you brought extra large Shadow Priest, probably. Crag. Alright, well we have one more shot to not get punished for tossing that mistake. One more chance for tossing mistake to not be a mistake.
Starting the operation.
Aww. Speaking of Pocket, is there any deck in Pocket right now that is fun and involve coin flips? I just want to feel something. I mean, the most fun deck for me in Pocket right now is the Celebi Superior deck, and it's all about coin flips. So, that's what I'd do if I was you. I'm going to do something. And it's that. And it's that, chat. Don't do it. Oh, that's the lifesteal thing, right? Alright, I can live with that. I can live with what just happened. That seems pretty good for me, maybe. Give me that end card. Alright, so face with this. Then that, then that. And then my opponent has deal 5, heal 5 in hand, but I'm not too worried about it. That hurt my feelings. Hurt my feelings. I don't know why you do that to me. Just a nice Marshy. I guess it's this. Feels bad to not play this first, but there's that. Say I play this. Go face. Good job. Is Pirate Warrior versus Shadow Priest old enough to be a classic wild matchup at this point? Is it? It's 3 years old. Word. Ouch.
Come, pray with me.
Well, I guess Nizas First Mate would be a good top deck. I think I'm going to play this Crag this turn. Alright. My cake and eat it too. Why is the quest still nerfed? Good question. Good question. I think it's one of those things that people just kind of have a hatred for, so maybe they're afraid to unnerf it. But also, like, once the year of redemption is passed, they rarely unnerf something, right? Was it last year they had nerfed a bunch, and it was kind of surprising? So maybe soon, maybe this time. You never know. Oop. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Versus Shadow Priest. So 8, 12, 19, 23, 27. Oh, that's not the last one yet. Poop. Need another like 6-minute one. There's a billion cards to nerf now because they do infinite nerfs. That's true. This deck is performing pretty well. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Rabbit Dodo. More like Rabbit Doo-Doo, am I right? See if we can't put that together. When putting videos together for YouTube, do you generally just always order the games chronologically or rearrange sometimes? I almost always do it chronologically. It makes the most sense for like conversation, first of all, but also it's just easy. Like, because I take the segment and then I cut out the bits I'm not using. So like, it's extra effort to change that order. But sometimes there'll be like a long game that happens first, and I'll move that later in the video if I don't think, like, if it's, I want the first game to be like a hook, right? Like, you want people to fall in love with what you're doing, and I'm tempted to hero power pass and just do this. That was a bad turn 1 for me. Guess I'll do it. I don't know. It might be stupid. But yeah, so like if there's a game that I don't think like would be exciting or like worth watching for viewers who are already like into the video and happy to watch the rest of it, then sometimes I'll move that to the back if I don't think it would also be like exciting to watch at the beginning, you know. I don't want to have like a long boring game at the beginning if it's gonna cause people to kind of like tap out of the video early. So like that's the, like when I change the order of something, that'll be why. Well, Marshy, you got him? I did. Hey, Burnt. Ow. I don't know if this one's a winner. I don't know about this one, chat. We drew the thing that we could have drawn if I'd played more pirates. That is what we in the business like to call BM. Opponent is cheating. Too true. Too true. This thing is gonna have to go nuts next turn. Drawing Ankar feels so bad. Like Questline Pirate Warrior was really funny because it's like the one time where it's ever been better to draw patches than another card in your deck. Like it's better to draw patches because at least, you know, like then you can use your patches to take along the quest line than it is to draw Ankar because that's just minus a quest reward, right? Disaster. Neither of them is good, right? It's not like you're happy to draw patches, but still. Perfect. Good job there, Defias Mungus. My 4-month-old is in the room while I watch the stream and just said, haha. Would you care to comment? I think that was that's some wisdom from the 4-month-old. I think, you know, that's a statement I can get behind. I approve this message. How about that? Galactic Lobster. Thank you so much for the 10 months. Marshy, thoughts on Blizzard stealing the art of Marshy Sixhead for the card Braingill? I'll never forgive them. I'll never forgive them. But yeah, thank you so much for the 10 months. I really appreciate it. Now you're sailing up my nose. Should I just keep the 1-cost, chat? What if I do that? I don't know. I feel like it's a bad idea. I feel like I'm supposed to get the good 1-costs. But this is fine, maybe. Why is Defias Leper back in so many shadow lists lately? Because people are playing extra large Shadow Priest, and now there's suddenly a bunch of room for cards that got cut a while back. It doesn't really surprise me that that card would get played. I guess I'll play this one first. A, it's more aggressive, but also maximum turns for it to die and discount my Ankar. I didn't realize there was a little ding-ding thing here. Wow. Get too caught up in the paintball. Rude. Except that that's... I planned for that. Alright, time to get the Ankar out of my deck so I don't draw it. Ooh! Rewarded for doing things in the right order. Look at that. Look at that, chat. All we need now is a Hosen Roughhouser, and my opponent can explode. They're never doing anything this next turn, right? Turn after this one, they can Ancestor's Call, but... yeah, now they can do that. I'm scared. I feel like... I feel like we probably just lose. Not to be downer or whatever, but don't they just kind of get there? They play their Muck Morpher and then they get... I mean, Neptulon would be okay. Glug would be GG, right? The horse would be a disaster too, I think. Yeah, isn't Glug just over? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. Let me go ahead and do this. One cost. Let's go. Brutal. Brutal for the Marshy fans. Man, that's so sad. Could have got another cannon trigger and fired this one. Snipe Glug with 2 cannon shots. Maybe we chug through Glug. Alright, it's more Glug. I mean, we could be okay. It's like if we get like a Hosen, maybe? Watch it sink 10 damage into this cannon. That'd be pretty funny. No! Sink 10 damage into the cannon. Alright. What happened there? Is there a location that helps me here? Oh, there's like the freezy one.
What's your dream destination?
That's pretty good. Not this turn. Alright. 2 shots straight to this Glug. Let's go. Oh no! Alright. Things are not going my way, it looks like. Crag? That's not Crag. Sure. Well, now that I've added a bunch of damage to the amount of damage they're doing to me, I can take a bunch of damage. Are Malcolm's imps? No. But I didn't think about that. It's kind of funny. My opponent is really just hurting my feelings over here. Can you not? I don't think this one's a winner, chat. I don't think this one's a winner. Rude. Order for the opponent. It's okay. Should they nerf Inkar back to 2-3? What are your thoughts, Marshy? I think it would be fine to do that. I think, for me, I think cards should get a nerfed unless there's a really good reason not to. So, I don't think there's a really good reason not to unnerf Inkar. But, that's just me. I also think that cards just shouldn't be nerfed as often. I'm over it. I'm over nerfs. Like in standard, at least. Reno Jackson.
The scourge will meet their end.
I guess I'll toss this Hauser. Guess I'll toss the Hauser. Oh, this is looking like a pretty good turn 1. This is like a quest skip turn 1. Who's in? Who's in, chat? Patches, you jerk! Do I still do it? I'm so unhappy now. Fine, it's probably still good. Rude. So rude, chat. You got this? You're way ahead? Thank you. Is that real Reno Jackson or a fake one? Not sure. Not sure. I think they're on my friends list. Yep, it's the real one. Maybe. Might not be. Yeah, it's the real one. Can we stop with the ruining me? And the shadow step for the plunder, extra plunder is devastating.
Give me that.
Man, I guess I still do this. Patches, you big jerk, you big stupid poo-poo. I will never forgive you for this. Ever. More like Gino Raxon. Real. Ogre Warrior is better than Pirate Warrior? That is a possibility. Ignoring the Hosen. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'll go ahead and draw my ink card. And then we can get rid of your Hosen. Oh, we're not winning this, right? Like, opponent's opening play was too much. But I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not far enough behind to want to concede. It's free? Alright, apparently it's free. I got back into PTCGL because of your Terrapagos video, and the power creep over the last 2-ish years feels insane. You can draw and set up an insane amount of on turn 1, plus Badu is coming to lock out your opponent. Is Pokemon becoming Yu-Gi-Oh? I mean, like, it doesn't really feel any different from last year to me. Last year or the year before. Seems pretty similar, frankly. I think Pokemon has been over, like, too much, like, for me, the power creep is not super distinguishable from the past few years now. But I don't know. I might just be jaded. Sick patches play, true. Well, those were terrible cannon shots. I'm out. What up, Smudge? Well, here's a Bloodsail deckhand. I guess I'll keep that. Now I have a second Bloodsail deckhand. Good deal. What is your weapon of choice from Starbucks? Maybe that broom with the really long head. What are those big sweepy brooms called? the ones where like it's not just a little tuft, it's like a big bar. If I had to weaponize a Starbucks item, that's probably what I'd use, I guess. Push broom? That sounds right. Not only does that sound right, it also sounds like a stupid name for a broom. Alright. Can you not do that to me? Doesn't that seem like something a jerk would do? Why would you do that? Okay, well. I can play the Inkar if I do this now. The downside is I have a Patches and an Amalgam now, so like I could have drawn a lot of cards with Roaring Applause that I might not be able to do next turn depending on what they do. Doesn't this just die to weapon? Does this just die to that weapon? Why isn't this a 2/2? It's true. It's true. I was digressing about that earlier. Like, couldn't this be super re-nerfed? Oh, the cannon. Yeah. It's true. It does just die to weapon.
These texts! I cannot read them.
I miss my Amalgam. It might come back. You never know. Or maybe its friend, other Amalgam, will show up. My opponent is putting a lot of stats out. taunt, that's cheating. Bigger taunt, that's bigger cheating. Bigger taunt, bigger cheating. That's what I always say. Do I want this charger down now? I think I want to draw a bunch of cards. I don't know. Tempo just might be more important, right? Because I'm kind of in trouble now. Guess I do this first. Try to get a 1-cost pirate. Neat. So now I get to play the crag, and I also get the shots. So... shots have not been kind to me today. Yep, not great. Also, this is unlikely to draw a lot next turn. Presumably they just clear my stuff. That was a lot of tempo to ignore. Are they just gonna go face? Sweet of them. This was over if they just cleared my board. Might be over regardless. Looking pretty over regardless. I don't know, maybe they'll ignore it again. And won't have lethal yet. You never know. Rude. Let's get one more good win. One more good game. One more funny game. So we can play Spaghetti Rogue. Am I going first? Do I keep Harper Scamp? Oh my goodness. It's so stupid that that just like takes forever to complete saying the name. Hearthstone Brew has to say each and every one of those characters. Is this the deck Matt London warned us about? Oh, with the amalgam? Yeah. I'm so interested in just like asking him what he meant by that, you know. I would be like, hey, you mentioned that within the next year amalgam would be in a tier 1 wild deck. What was the deck you thought would see playing? But I always chicken out when I think I'm about to go actually ask. When one amalgam man first came out, he tweeted out, "This will be a part of a tier 1 wild deck within a year," and it didn't. And I was just curious, like, where he thought it would manifest. Is Hearthstone ready for a nerfed pirate questline? I mean, Hearthstone players, like, just because something is fine doesn't mean that Hearthstone players are going to react well to it, you know what I mean? So, like, I think that, yeah, it is completely fine at this point to unnerf Pirate Warrior. I wasn't a fan of nerfing it the second time. But yeah, people hate it. So, or did. Goodbye, Amalgam. So, okay, I think Hearthstone would be perfectly fine with a nerfed questline, but I think Hearthstone players would complain about it regardless of how strong it actually is. So, that's my opinion. Do I care about giving my opponent a weapon? I think I might not. Then we can go for my full discount.
Yo-ho! Set sail for the snack bar!
See, they're gonna guess Ankar. Do I care if they have an Ankar? Do I even want an Ankar? They're never gonna guess Molten Blade, right? No free weapon for you. Since when does Molten Blade transform right away? Has it always been that way? This might be today's best Marshy stream. It is probably one of the best Marshy streams I've done today, that's true. Very right about that. Is this the ultimate, like, terrible streamer mechanic? Right? I feel like it should be insta like Ankar. Like, why would you pick anything else there? Like, I don't know. I don't really like to accuse people of sniping with no reason, right? So I'm not going to assume. But, like, theoretically, you know, there is a portion of my opponents that are snipers. This mechanic is the ultimate stupid for streamers mechanic, right? Yeah, it's true. This is just a bot, isn't it? It's so funny. It's funny that the bots just can't handle this. All right. Well, it wasn't obvious they were a bot before, was it? Remember to report them? Yeah, fine. Fine. But only because you asked me. We're gonna need more gunpowder. Do reports even go anywhere? They do. They've been banning a lot of bots, and they keep, you know, asking for people to report for stuff. For me, I really want to receive an in-game report when action has been taken. That's how you get me to, like, get excited about reporting something. I don't like just trusting that my report has been considered, right? Like, I like to know, you know, whether or not action was taken. But I have pretty good reason to believe that bots generally get banned based off of what they've done. So, like, I'm not 100% loath to participate. Martian, would you be willing to play Frontlines Big Paladin? That deck was so much fun. I guess I'm willing. I'm not really excited to push Paladin decks right now. Like, Paladin is a class that I think people generally don't like when it's good, and it's good right now. So, I can report them mid-game? Okay. As you wish. Select a reason. Inappropriate name. Cheating? botting, intentionally losing, and hacking. Intentionally. Do you guys know that this is here just to soak up your stupidity? Did you guys know that? The intentionally losing, deranking. If you report someone for intentionally losing / deranking, there is no action taken based on that. It's literally just there for when people are being frivolous, like when people are being like, man, I want to report my opponent for doing something I don't like. You know, like it's one of those options where it's just there to like have an option to put a report that doesn't need to be taken seriously right in the bin, right? Like literally that's why it's there. 100%. There is not action taken based on that report. It's just there to be like, okay, this person's just being a goose. So get wrecked, you geese. That was a 7-minute game. Perfect. All right, now I can play this monstrosity. What classes do people like when they're good? It's if a class is good, it tends to hit my viewership. The type of stuff that I like, the audience that I have doesn't like to watch good decks, which is a disaster for me, who sometimes likes to play good decks. But it's not about whether or not a class that's good will lose viewership. It's about whether or not they will lose a video ruining amount of viewership. Like when Warrior was trash for a long time, whenever I would post a Warrior video, it would do very, very well. But then Reno Warrior became good, and suddenly people didn't want to watch Warrior anymore. Like, not at the same, it wasn't like it used to be. Whenever I would post a Warrior video, it would do well above my expectations. Like, it would be a hit every single time. And then it started to do like regular and slightly below regular once Warrior was good. But so like Paladin is kind of like, it has a lower bench point, and then if Paladin is good, it just doesn't get any views. You know what I mean? That's kind of the difference. What if they're actually losing intentionally, like they contact you to do it? But what if they're actually losing intentionally, like you mean like if they're trying to like get you to concede or like to win trade? I think that's a different report. I actually don't know how you'd report that. Well, here comes a fillet fighter. We were talking about the intentionally losing / deranking report function and how it's only there to soak up silly reports. I was hoping to come to this stream to bring negative vibes. Thwarted again. Yep, posy vibes only. I've sent requests to people mid-game, and some asked me to leave because it was their last game to Legend. Yeah, I don't know who you'd report that to. But that's not what intentionally losing means. Because, like, they're not intentionally losing or deranking, right? They're asking you to intentionally lose or derank. You thought you couldn't add opponents mid-game. You can't, but maybe they're already added? Oh, yeah. That is sus. Right, this is my current opponent, and I can't add them as a friend. You can talk to someone who's on your friends list already, though.
Everybody needs a casket.
I reported Boo for being Chungus instead of Chumbo. Boo OGs remember Odd Warrior Stonks? Yeah. What up, Bug? Oh, some China like deck trackers let you see the opponent's ID, so you can add like. Oh, you can like add somebody mid game. That's so funny. Cute. I think you can see who you're playing through BattleNet as well. You can. You can't see their. Like this per. Oh, you can't see. It does cut off the tag. You can't see their. Oh yeah, you can. So now, then you just have to type that in. Okay, you can do it. You can do it. It's just not super easy. Am I supposed to quick pick here, or am I supposed to just draw 3? I guess it's just draw 3, right? Rude. Super rude, actually. That's brutal. No, I can't play this next turn. I was gonna go this into this. Disaster. Do I read any manga? I haven't in a while. So I read all of One Piece. I'm a few weeks behind at this point. I'm probably I might be 6 or 7 chapters behind actually. It's been a minute. Then I started reading. What's that one? What's the one where it's is it Jujutsu Kaisen? Is that what it's called? I started reading that one, and it like it didn't really like capture me, but I was reading it anyway just to like have something to read before bed. And then they made it so that the app I was using to read manga, they were charging for that manga. They have like free ones and not free ones, and that was one of the ones that was free, which is why I was reading it. And then they started charging for it, and I was like, okay, never mind. I wasn't like captivated enough with what I was reading to like go find another way to read it, so I didn't finish that one. I read all of. I watched Naruto. I didn't read Naruto. I read. What did I read? I caught up to Chainsaw Man and One Punch Man not too long ago. That was last year too. Was deciding if I wanted to bother like bouncing this. I guess I do, right? Because then it completes this. Cool. So yeah, I caught up to Chainsaw Man and One Punch Man last year also, and that was cool. I'm sure I'm behind on those ones, but I've forgotten where I was, so I'd have to think about it. Pretty sure I read some other manga recently. Yeah, I was reading One Punch Man like every night for a year or something. It was faster than it took me like a little over a year to watch all of One Piece. It must have been like 4 months or something. I was reading One Piece, the manga, something like that. What are your favorite decks ever? There's a lot of Warlock decks, frankly. A lot of Warlock decks. It's like Handlock, Dark Glare, Cube Warlock, Reno Warlock. You know, like those are all like way up close to my favorites. I also like Cthulhu Druid is a big, you know, like I'm proud of that one. So I do this, right? Because I'm dying and I don't want to die.
It will come to me. Stay back.
Finally put an end to this. My opponent is playing the oppressive this card. Where'd they get that off of? Oh, they got it off of Azurite Chunk. Go Bob, buy a refresh, Hook Tusk, and steal some coins.
The runes decide your fate.
Like, give them coins so that I get coins off of the Hook Tusk? I'm gonna steal this. Pirate Warrior didn't seem too painful to record content for. No, that was kind of fun. I enjoyed that one. Goodbye, Bran. I will miss you. I'll miss you. Bob is free with Bran and refresh. I see.
You seem overburdened. Lucky I am here.
My Primus.
Symbol of death.
It's Airlock Breach. I was tempted to take Anti-Magic Shell. Mimus? Yeah. Current opponent would like to be your friend, not like this. Word. These are solid choices? Yeah, that's pretty good. Look at him ready for battle. Is that a famous sword? Chat, I'm so annoyed at myself for forgetting to finish this quest. What deck is this anyway? This is Control Rogue, which is a genius creation of Copper Scum, I'm to understand. Well, I didn't like that Psychonomus.
We only need one.
Rude.
That feels good.
Can you drop Copper's Guide? You can. You can, Schmoopy. You can always feel free to do stuff like that. You can't even get regular Bob. Oh, can you not get him at all right now? If you weren't there? It's so funny. Boop.
Stay back.
Opponent misplayed right, they could have hero powered and bumped. I had taunts up that would have prevented them from hero powering and dealing the 1 damage to so like I assume what you're saying is because the damage from the hero power plus the corpse from the hero power is the last 2 you needed for the killing the Primus, but yeah, the taunts were in the way.
I have but little time.
Okay. Well. I was like skimming the guide. And it's a lot of like random politics I wasn't expecting. This minion's abilities repeat on another friendly minion. Let's do that. Oh, and they're gone. Is opponent a salty bunny? I guess. That was a game of all time, chat. Truly. Oppressive control rogue? True. I would have accepted the friend request for content, but that's not your style.
Show me your strength.
Did I get a friend request? I have friend requests just from people from the last, like, 3 weeks. Didn't look like I actually got one from that opponent. Maybe metal detector was bad against Druid, right? Like, I'm not going to have anything to punch with this. Is Hearthstone still so expensive? It gets cheaper all the time. I think the reason that I would consider it, the only thing that makes it more expensive now than it might have been before is how often they nerf stuff. So like whatever you invest in, as in standard at least, and like a bit in wild too, has a high chance of being a bad deck at any point, right? So and you only get dust back for whatever they changed, and sometimes what they changed is something that doesn't award dust. So depending on how hard the nerf is, the bulk of your investment is subject to being ruined at any point. So, and then like you can keep playing your bad deck, or you can craft a whole new deck. So if I was gonna say Hearthstone is expensive, that would be why. But I mean, like, it's cheaper than it used to be. People call for nerfs in standard to get more dust to make other decks. It's pretty silly. I would assume that's not the people who are like that. That would be someone who has a card that that's getting played in a good deck, but doesn't have or play the actual deck, and they just want to nerf to it so that they can use that dust to craft something they want to craft. You love to see Control Rogue control the game. Real. This is why I only craft one control deck to farm Battle Pass gold and play a lot of Arena to get your collection up. Word. Word. Bob. It's next card this turn, right? Yeah, if it was like across turns, it'd be a little stupid. We're smorking. We're smorking, chat. Marshy smork. Wow. Only 8 more damage to go. Does this have damage in it? It doesn't, right? Love the deck, by the way, Martian, but I don't know when to play Shadow Step. Any tips? there is a guide from the person who played the deck, which I will paste for you here. May end up pasting for the actual video when I make it, if I remember. But like I'm just learning it now myself, so I don't have any like actual useful tips for you. Just do this one. Look at all that smorkage. Bob for draw feels cursed. The Titan is damaged. Could I have drawn the Titan? Oh, like just as far as being able to close out the game, yeah. The nerfs are why I like playing Wild over Standard and use obscure cards. There's no way they'll ever nerf cards like Skull of Luminari. Real and true. No coin outfished. I felt like that was low enough impact that I'd rather save the coin just in case I won it, depending on my top deck. But I thought about it. Playing against this deck really does make me want to uninstall sometimes. My opponent is being real slow, right? So like I'm not 100% sure they're going to be able to close this out. You never know. But it's pretty possible. Yeah, I mean they still get there. Easy peasy. Alright. One top deck. That didn't hit what I needed it to hit. Alright, well, UCL's okay. Okay. So now they have 5 damage on board, no spell damage for their spell damage spells, and no ICL to make everything cost nothing. They've already used both swipes and both gifts. They would have like Ultimate Infestation, right? Ultimate Infestation would end it. They never get there.
This must be the way. This must be the way.
I wonder what am I even hoping for right now? I'm hoping for Hook Tusk off the top to steal ANR to heal back to full. That's how I win this. But yeah, it looks like they were just BMing me, right? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go to the restroom, I'll be right back. I have an unhinged question, just out of curiosity, not promoting anything. Okay. All right. That was a question of all time. Good job, Schmoopy. No Togwaggle scheme? Correct. The type of druids deck and other primitive OTKs make me don't ever comes back to the game, which its owns design team brings into ruin for Spark of Greed, represented by 3 times expansion per year. Whatever you say. I've never heard. Okay, so I've heard people say that like the mini sets are greedy, right? That that extra content per year is greedy. I've never heard someone say that 3 expansions per year is greedy. Because that's just kind of like standard for card games. Like they all have 3 or 4, right? So like, I think Hearthstone's 3 is actually under the curve when you compare it to card games. I guess when you compare it to a video game, right? Then I guess it's above average as far as cadence. But like games come out with DLC and stuff, right? I don't know. I think that's an interesting criticism to say it's greedy to make 3 expansions per year. Obviously I don't agree, but there you have it. If I don't mind using little bugs, I have an idea for me. I'm curious about your idea. If it's an actual bugged interaction, I'm not going to do it, but I'm curious what you're talking about. Would you call this a tempo deck or a control deck? It was sold to me as a control deck, so I guess that's what I'd call it. Look at all the cards I can draw. Look at me go. Rise, me farties. Chat, is it greedy for Blizzard to release cards? Real and true. Approximately how many cards have been played in all of Chumbostone? You know, at least 2. Yeah, I don't think so, Puck. But that was a chatter of all time. I need another pirate. I could play this.
Give me that. That's what I want. Shaking us.
So for this next turn, do I just like Hook Tusk, steal some cards from their hand, I guess? Probably. What I really want to do is not do that, right? Like, we're worried about losing Hook Tusk and never having another play. That seems reasonable.
Stay back.
Okay, I explain it. They make tons of cards which can't be ever properly balanced. Standards still have patches, but it's still broken. And Wild. Wild is in terrible shape. I don't want to complain only, but this tempo, how long can this go on? That means they're greedy for making 3 expansions a year? I think, you know, that just has nothing to do with it. What do I want to do? I guess I want to steal their Ziliax, right? But then I don't have this. How do I win the game without it? Feels weird. Should I just Polk out and use scabs?
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
Lifesteal with self-damage is cheating? It is cheating, yeah. It's true. But I'm a famous cheater. Well, that's patches too. You just don't want to draw him. Hey! Rude. So rude, chat. All my most favorite things. And now they're playing Scrumbulon? What's going on? What's going on over there, chat? Kind of fine, not gonna lie. Alright, I trust you. This time. Mm-hmm. Oh, I could've just done this. I'm stupid. Ooh, got their Reno. That's kind of nice. Got their Ticketus. Now what are they going to do? Lose to me? They never play Sargeras. Reno Warlock just plays the worst cards I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm always tickled when I see Rin, Orchestrator of Doom, in a Reno Lock deck. I feel like I see it a lot. This card seems objectively terrible to me. Like, so bad. I guess, like, if you're running a pile and your opponent is playing, like, a deck that has important cards in it, they're more likely to lose something important than you are, but still. Not sure what my plan is now, but I'm doing something. Have we died? I think so. Rin isn't even good at discard Warlock. Well, yeah, that it certainly isn't. It's more likely to be a good disruption card than a good discard Warlock card. I have seen creation. I have tickled its nose. Patches the Pilot isn't exactly oppressive either. They were talking about content patches. Rin is kind of like the old card that deletes half of everyone's deck. Kind of, yeah. A little bit. I impact Rin and I was like, what am I even going to do with this? True. Is there anything that beats Murloc Paladin and Twist? I feel like hand buff Paladin would beat it. But I haven't really been playing much Twist. I keep being interested and then waiting 5 minutes to find a game, and then if I lose that game, I'm just over it.
Meren versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
You saw nothing.
I will fight with... Oh, a recent opponent wants to be my friend. They won, so they're not going to shame me. Maybe. Somehow Tenwu gets you there.
None will survive.
I see you brought guests.
Is this stream a spoiler for YouTube videos? It is actually, yeah. Oh, should I play Odd Paladin soon? Thought about that the other day. I wonder if I didn't do it for the same reason that I don't really play Paladin stuff, or maybe I forgot about it. But like, like Paladin is kind of a sketchy YouTube decision right now because Paladin is good in both formats. So the fickle Marshy audience is probably going to skip on those episodes. By the way, I really like calling my videos episodes. I haven't really gotten into it. I haven't committed, but you know, I like calling them episodes more than videos. Anyways, Odd Paladin is funny, and it's gotten some new cards kind of recently, so I'm vaguely interested in doing an Odd Paladin video. Paladin feels good in all three formats. That's true. Yeah, it is really good in Twist too. Which one hurt you the most? Drawing patches on one or drawing Reno on a turn that your opponent ahead of you on board? Drawing patches on one feels the worst for sure. Surely Odd Paladin is very fine. Yeah, I think it's probably fine. Didn't you once tell me that Odd Paladin is a video no one wants to watch and no one wants to play? Yeah, it's risky. I like to play Odd Paladin though, that's the thing. Like, I like Odd Paladin. I like Odd Paladin when it's good more than anything else. Like, it's a very sit back and vibe type of deck. It's not really like an exciting figure out how to win type of deck. But if you just want to lean back and make some dudes, it's pretty cool. Just put Kill Jaden and Odd Paladin to remedy the views. It stopped being a cheat code for views a week or two ago, so that's why I've been cooling down with the Kill Jaden content. But it was funny that it was a cheat code for views for a hot minute there. I think Kill Jaden might be the card that is in the most thumbnails of mine. It's at least up there, but I have made a lot of Kill Jaden thumbnails. Old list? This is the old list. Hi, Copper. You know what I was just thinking, Copper? I was just like, as I was playing this out, I was like, if Copper was watching me play right now, he'd probably be revolted at what I'm doing. Because, like, I'll be honest with you, I'm not, like... I know that I don't understand this deck. I'm just kind of doing stuff. Asking you shall begin. All right, let's see that update. Let's see the new Magic Copper list. I learned recently that there are multiple types of Pokemon trading card game as far back as Ruby Sapphire sets. What do you mean? Do you mean like different modes, or do you mean sets that go back that far? Because the sets go back to like red and blue. Oh, like dark type Torkoal? I see what you're saying, yeah. They did the Ruby Sapphire era did a lot of the random typing. That was like one of its hallmarks. I should probably do something here. One of these is bound to be a good play. Pocket Sands. Yeah, so like there were Dark and Rockets Pokemon that like the Dark was in their name, so it was like in Japan it would be like evil Torkoal. In English, it was dark Torkoal. But they did that like in they did dark Pokemon in Team Rocket, the 4th set, but the difference is they didn't actually change the type because dark type wasn't out yet. And you know what? They did it again in Neo Destinies, and they still didn't change the actual type of the card. Dark was already out by that point. But they just kind of decided that when they would do a Dark in the name Pokemon, they would also change the typing to Dark in Team Rocket Returns. And then in Hidden Legends, they did split types, but they were largely only Pokemon that could be that type, right? Like the Metagross was Metal Psychic and the Jirachi was Metal Psychic, but they also came out with a Dark Celebi in that set too.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just out here doing stuff. Wow. Could kill that if I wanted to. I don't think I'll worry about it. If you can, you always want to drop the Scoundrel. Okay, that's a good tip. But yeah, then they did the Delta Species thing where they just kind of added metal to a lot of stuff. They did a lot of split type metal, but they also gave a bunch of random types to random things. So like, there was a Dragonite that was grass type. There was Metagross that was lightning type. A lot of stuff like that. So yeah, that was like something that was Ruby Sapphire era card design. They did it the most they ever did it back then. Chat, how disgusted are you gonna be when I shadow step this fillet fighter?
Never bring a sword to a fish fight.
What am I playing against?
Come, friend. Let's see what you've got.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight.
Why are they called Metal, Lightning, and Darkness and not Steel, Electric, and Dark? That's a good question. I bet you the types match up perfectly in Japanese. It's just something about how it was translated in English that it ended up being not the right type name.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
I'm playing against Pile Odd Paladin. I really am. This is definitely the best Odd Holy Wrath Paladin I've ever seen. Real. Alright, I have this now.
You seem overburdened. Lucky I am here.
That'll be for me. Then what? I guess go after their hand next, right? I wish I could kill this. I don't know. Guess I'll just do stuff. These trades really sicken me, chat. You wish I could steal Warhorse? I wish I could steal Warhorse, yeah. But alas. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's what I was supposed to hit, but I sure did it. I sure did it, chat. Could I have played this turn? So coin, coin puts me to 3. Play. No, I couldn't have. At least not the way I sequenced everything.
Reporting for duty.
I was telling Renee a bit ago, this feels like a very invested player type of deck. You know? Like, I can see how this could be really, really interesting, but I'm like checked out enough at this point that like nice Baku, thank you. It's my big stat bomb. Goodbye, Tenwu. I'll miss you. So I could steal this and give them some coins. Martian guard?
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate. 8 combatants enter, and I take the crown.
Very good, very good. Now I can play this, right? I didn't need to use the other coin. I'm probably one of the best players that's streaming on this channel right now. That's my opinion. Based on facts and logic. Apparently, according to the internet, metal is considered a more general term, encompassing a wider range of metallic materials beyond just steel, allowing for more flexibility when designing new steel-type Pokemon that might not be strictly made of steel.
Reporting for duty.
Well, I mean, they're still called steel-type in the game, right? Do you think the Game Boy game has the misnomer? Do you guys believe in this? I believe.
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
Literally always hits the 7/7, 100% of the time. Oh man.
Hear that sizzle?
We get him with this one though. No, too bad. You're easily one of the 2 best players in this match. Yeah, I bet I am.
From my vacation.
Maybe it's so they can maybe make a metal type Azrael one day. It has the difference between calling it steel in the Game Boy game and metal in the card game has nothing to do with anything proactive like that. I think it's just different teams translated the term from Japan. They'd certainly be playing the long con with that if they did it that way. All right, well. Time to play a 3 mana Baku? A 1 mana Baku. I think Baku's pretty good at 1.
I will silence their screams.
Pocket Sand. Pocket Sand's kind of fine, right? Or should I should just Serpent, huh? Well. I want a Serpent and smack that with this weapon, you know? That's just not happening. I don't think.
Hear that sizzle?
But yeah, I guess I'll just take this. And boop.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight.
Card that will never be made, a hero card with quick draw. Is Huron Hunter was nerfed? Huron Hunter was nerfed. It was actually nerfed twice, if you can believe it. It was nerfed in such a way that Huron was no longer a good card in it. And then it was nerfed again. In such a way that you couldn't even do anything with it. Thoughts on going face? So they have 3 coin. If they play a quartermaster, they're hitting me for an additional 8. If they play 2 quartermasters, they're hitting me for 26. If I do this, it's 12 total. So I think I do this so that 2 quartermasters or a quartermaster and a level up doesn't kill me. And then I play these, and then we go all face.
I'm almost out of cards.
Are they not running any of that? I haven't seen one yet, have I? Well, they have another Warhorse trainer in there. They have a Consecrate. This really is a... Oh no. It'd be pretty funny if I lost to their Warhorse trainer. And I might, right? Well, I have Shadow Step in a second, maybe. Thank you. Is this Yogg? What do we win? Prep becomes Ancest Healing. And I hit my own thing. Cool. So now I can pick this up. And, oh my goodness, am I actually going to win? For a second I thought I was too stupid to win this game, but I guess we get there. Alright. That was a game of all time, it sure was. Watching both of the decks limping to the finish line is kind of amusing. Yeah. I'm sure this wasn't the best showing this deck is capable of. But, yeah. Alright. Copper mark something. Deckhand. Do I have any buffers? Grifta. Deckhand in this without anything to buff its attack confuses me. Breakdance. But I'll trust it. Opper.
These nobles will pay their dues.
I imagine Deckhand is played because it's a 1-mana pirate, but it's taking the spot of a different 1-mana pirate. That was an 18-minute game. Alright, so wait. I don't even need to play this game. The first one was a 14-minute game, and the next one was an 18-minute game. I'm actually done with the video. Well, I mean, let's still try the new list. Up against the Kingslayer.
Stop. This is a stick-up.
This is a stick-up, chat, if you can believe it. Hey, we have stick-up. This is a stick-up. I just got flashbacks to losing to this deck because it had Okani in it. I thought the opponent was being a tech-loving fool. Glad to know it's mainline. I'm not a king, I'm safe? Oh no. Oh no. Go forth, fillet fighter. Pop off king? Oh no, I doomed you? Yeah. You hate to see it. Yes, he is. Thanks, Burnt. I'll miss you, my sweet 3-1. Evil draws close to you. Need me to lighten your pockets? I bet they do. Bet they need me to lighten those pockets. I suppose I could have just played this. Feels weird to play this without playing the dagger, though. I don't know. I don't know what to say other than I'll miss you, Patches. Mana burn. More like stinky cheaters burn. Hey, Renethal. Good to see you. Are we against Pile Demon Hunter? Right now it's Renethal Mana Burn Demon Hunter. I'm pretty sure they have 39 Mana Burn in their deck. That's all I can assume about this. Neophyte, you stop it. Remember when this card felt nuts? When this card first came out, I thought it was so good. Now it's like, meh. Can't actually play any of these, so I'm not sure it was actually a good play. But I've done it. I wanted to save the pirates for next turn. This can hit your own stuff? I didn't even realize that. Apparently in gold and silver, crystal steel type in Japan was metal type. It got changed to steel type in Japan later. I guess the card game never changed though. I see. Yeah. It might have just not changed in America for all I know. Like, I literally have no idea. Set sail for sails. I'll miss you, my whole hand. Oh my goodness! That's disgusting. That's gotta be cheating, right? Ew. Deleted my whole hand. So rude. I wanted the draw 3-1. Remember when I had a hand? I do. Sure, you've probably got a backlog of ideas, but have you considered a starship / treant druid? I haven't considered starship treant druid. That's true. Been having fun messing with the concept, and I'm sure you could cook up something 10x better. What is the draw of the combination of starships and treants? Both have means of flooding the board. I see. Pokemon lore from non-main games is very confusing, I bet. I've realized over many times the deck I hate the most aren't the most powerful ones, but the ones that either take or don't let me play my cards, like this one, Secret Mage, and Tech Heavy Reno Lock. It does feel bad when your opponent deletes your hand. I'll definitely agree with that. Haha, it's not a thing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I control the board now. It draws a death rattle, right? Interesting. Oh. No. This is gonna be bye-bye Bran. Yeah, it doesn't offer eviscerate. Interesting. Is it gonna do what I think it's gonna do? Is it gonna absorb that hit? Pretty funny. Do I save my brand? No, right? Oh, I'll miss you, my sweet stuff. Can I have a Hook Tusk, by the way? I think Hook Tusk would be pretty cool. For a second there, I thought I was cheating, but I wasn't. Funnel Cake should be reverted, and it's 1 anyway in Druid. Bum bum bum. I feel like we are about to lose, but I just have to remember if Reno Demon Hunter and it's always winnable. True, yeah. Oh my goodness. That's pretty good. We may have died. If we draw a Hook Tusk, aren't we okay? Maybe. That's not a Hook Tusk. Do I give them some coins, right? It costs 6, really? Why does that cost 6? Do I go for the freeze? I could freeze for multiple turns. Draw, step, freeze? Alright. Seems good. Considered not freezing there. I think this is still better, maybe. You'll be surprised if Bob never gets nerfed to 8 mana. It was a pretty funny card to release when they did. That just happened. Okay. Good top deck. Really good top deck. Oh my goodness.
Now this is treasure. Set sail for sails. What a steed!
I think that's scarier than Albatross. What are you looking at? I don't know. A deck of all time. Trading! Oh, spells for me? All minions? Bailing out for the last 3 turns, no offense. Offense taken.
Sail for sails!
You said no offense? You did. I wasn't sure what do you mean? Like what you know how like someone can say something that's like fine and then they say no offense and then you're like, "Oh, they think that was rude. Why was that rude?" And then suddenly you're taking offense when you wouldn't have otherwise, just because you know that the person thinks what they said was offensive. I think Greedy Martian wants to draw, so he's gonna. Alright, so that was 2 cards so far. 1, 2. Yeah, we just hit it twice. This certainly has been a game of all time, I'll say that much. No Golden Bob. WTF, you went casual? It's true. It's true. I forgot. It was like New Year's times, right? So, right? Whenever Bob's last thing was around, it was like close to when I would just stop playing. It was close to when I would stop, like, not think about cards because I was busy, like, with friends and stuff. So I just, like, I don't know, I lost track of it at just the end of it. I got really close. It was like complete one more thing. It would have been easy. Finally, this thing. Do I go for the hand or the deck? I get more stuff out of the deck, but they have less cards if I go from their hand. GG, no offense. True. I think I'm going to go for the deck just because I need more options. Hand is low-cost junk. This could get me a breakdance, which I would like right now. So I'm going to do it. Breakdance for me? I'm always happy that this is so slow. Unlucky. We have this for next turn, which will be nice, especially if the Hook Tusk lives. Hey, Hydralisk.
Nobody move and no one gets hurt.
Can't play that anymore. Wow, those are a couple of devastating cards, huh? Except, well, I wish I could combo this. There's Breakdance. No. Oh, great. I think. So what am I doing here? I'm doing +2 and damage to a random enemy, right? Yeah. Wasn't very good. So it's not lethal. Very scared. Boop. Reno. Should I give them their Reno back? I don't mind that being temporary. Alright, I've done that. Missed a draw by not playing a minion first. Yeah. I knew I was missing a draw when I did it, but I think I changed my plans after that. So, there's that.
Keep your enemies close and your shadows closer. It's your time now.
We win this because their deck is so bunk.
Each scar, a foe vanquished.
You want my respect? Earn it.
The culprit was not tidy.
The culprit was not tidy.
Right now.
That won't do. You know what else won't do is this hand. So I could do this. Really? Great.
Slice and dice.
I sense a spray and pray in our future. What's that? World Champ card? Which one was the World Champ card? I missed it. Martian, you're my favorite Hearthstone YouTuber. No offense. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, spray 4 and hope they hit the goods. Yeah. Unluckers. Oh, where's my albatross now? Right when I would need it. Really? I see how it is. At least we can play this. That's something that can buff its attack. Alright then. Guess I'm playing this.
Can't touch this. Break it down.
Try to hit me now. Slice and dice.
Ace Hunter Queen. Oh, I see. Do the breakdancers have rush from hand? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Uh-oh. No. Don't have the thing. Don't have the one with the stuff. They don't have the one with stuff. Very good.
Finally, a worthy foe.
Oh, they're just over it? We can't step the Titan now? That's true. We can't step the Titan now. That's a good point. Didn't need to. Opponent gave up. Well, I tripped and stumbled over that deck a few times, and we went positive, right? Look at us go. That's how you know this deck is the nuts. Well, oh my goodness, chat. That was a 14-minute game, an 18-minute game, and a 19-minute game. I got 3 really long games, all for the same video. That's crazy. That is going to be like a 50-minute, 55-minute video. That's crazy. All right, chat. Is someone on playing Wild, maybe? Any Wilders? Curly's on. Go to the raid Curly. Sure, I'm lazy. I'm not going to figure it out. She's playing standard, but that's fine. You guys been great. See you again someday. Bye. Mm-hmm.